Two, one, T0.
And there you see it, the explosion of the mighty hydrogen bomb. Buildings disintegrate, concrete is reduced to powder, steel vaporizes, solids turn liquid, and liquids change into gas.
Man, it just wouldn't be a 50s monster movie without that good old nuclear bomb stock footage, would it? I mean, sure, this shit gets annoying after a while. We get it. The bomb is bad. The bomb makes big bad shit. But, you know, it's kind of just tradition at this point. So, before we see Rodan and all his high-definition Hollywood glory in Godzilla King of the Monsters next year, and long before he would ever become synonymous with the Godzilla name, in fact, Rodan starred in his first and own movie in 1956. And you know what? It's actually pretty good stuff. And yes, for the sake of this review, I watched the American version that was produced by the King brothers. As is always the case with these Toho monster movies, the original Japanese version is always going to be better. But the American version was the one I had. So, yeah. Fun fact, the entire American movie is dubbed by a whole whopping cast of 4 people, one of which just so happened to be George Takei in his first professional acting role. Yes, Sulu got his start in Rodan. It's crazy. The movie kicks off with a bunch of mine workers going missing due to unknown circumstances.
Yoshi! He's almost hacked to pieces. Quick, let's get him out of here.
He actually looks pretty intact to me. I don't think you quite understand what hacked to pieces actually means.
Look out! Pighead, how many times must I tell you to be quiet? You yap like a hen. Sorry. Come on.
Oh no, my friend's dying. Let me just aim nowhere near the water and shoot at nothing, thus hitting nothing. Ha! Mission successful! Oh god, why? You know, for an early color movie from 1956, I'm actually kind of stunned by how much blood is actually in Rodan. Usually with these kind of movies, you just see people, you know, react to dying, but you don't see the aftermath. But in this movie, there's bodies all over the place. So what horrible monstrosity has been devouring the mine workers? Why, it's a Mega Nulon, of course. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a baby Rodan, but sure, whatever. They're basically these giant bugs that sound like someone is just repeatedly squeezing a squeaky toy. When the military go to battle with one of them, it's freaking amazing. I love how it throws its arms in the air like, fuck you, humans! And anytime dummies are used to effect like this, it's always a good time for me. And yes, these are the same monsters that would later return in Godzilla vs. Megaguirus, but in this they don't look nearly as cool. They tend to keep Rodan's reveal a bit of a mystery in this, and I get it, everyone knows what Rodan looks like nowadays, but this was his first big movie, so it makes sense that they'd want to build up his reveal. But why the fuck does he have a vapor trail behind him when he flies? I was always under the impression that a vapor trail was condensation left behind by an engine. Rodan doesn't have an engine. Is he farting his way into the sky?
Able flight! What happened? Able flight! What happened?
You gotta love when they loop shots like this. Maybe you guys could have checked to make sure there wasn't a plane in the background that made it so painfully obvious you guys just did that. Oh shit! There's 2 Rodans. It takes way too long for the Rodans to actually show up and start wreaking havoc, but once they do, it's honestly some of the best destruction the early Toho movies had to offer. I mean, Jesus, it's like an orgy of chaos. E.G. Tsuburaya just jerking off and shooting his destructive load all over everything. It assaults your senses with shit blowing up for what felt like a half hour. I really like the way Rodan looks in this movie. He actually looks intimidating and like he could actually fuck you up. It's a far cry from how derpy he ended up looking in the later Godzilla movies, because I mean, just look at that stupid face. Looks like he flew into a window and his face just never recovered from the hit. Squishy faced dumbass. So, there you have it, Rodan and his humble origins. It's actually a pretty solid monster movie, especially considering it was one of the earlier Toho movies. I mean, this came out just 2 years after the original Godzilla, so it's not like Toho had perfected their craft yet. I'd recommend giving it a watch before seeing King of the Monsters. And that just leaves us with one more kaiju series to cover before the big 4 duke it out next year, and we'll get to her soon.
Freedom.